Kathy Culture presents Fun with Plants. Ow. Hi, welcome. This is Fun with Plants. My name's Kathy. See, from this side I look like I'm balding, and then from this side she's thick. Look at this shit. Better? Alright. Welcome to Fun with Plants with me, Kathy. This is just a little update where my plants are at video, because it all changes a lot. I'm up to weird new things, and then I'll show you maybe stuff that I've shown before, but you can kind of get an updated look, see where things are at. I've kind of switched up the way that I've been doing avocado plants, okay? I know it's stupid. I know I live in the wrong region. The goal is someday I want to have a greenhouse that's all seasons that I can put some tropical stuff in. I normally, when I first started out doing avocado pits, and I would put them in water like this, and this one is growing, but this has probably been in the water for longer than I've been working on this, okay? So I saw a video of a guy that was saying that you shouldn't even bother with the whole water thing, because once they get to a plant, which I have as well, like this guy, which is doing it okay, or this guy, which is also doing okay. These leaves are browning, which is not ideal. I recently put it in a bigger jar just because it's getting a little out of control. But once I try and transplant these guys into dirt, I end up killing them in some cases because it's such a shock to their little, roots, or maybe I'm not watering them enough, or maybe I'm watering them too much, so that they end up just dying once I've transplanted them into dirt. So I saw a tutorial that was, this guy just basically put the little seeds on top of some dirt, and they just did their thing. So what I do to get them kind of started is I'll put the seed or the pit in just a little bit of water and paper towel in a plastic bag. And it's done a really good job of cracking it, right? Because that's what you need to do. That's what needs to happen to get it started. I don't know if you can see that this pit is cracked. So I'll show you with this one. I don't know what's going, yeah. So I didn't even take off the skin. All I did was put it into the water, and you can see here that it has cracked. I'm gonna leave it in the paper towel a little bit longer, but this is what I want to happen. I want it to crack, and then once I see maybe a little root or a little stem or whatever, then I'm going to just put it directly into dirt. So one thing I want to do today is, sorry, I'm easily distracted. One thing I want to do today is I want to transplant all my ones in water into dirt, see what happens. It might kill this guy, but if I can't put it in dirt, then it's never really gonna amount to much. So they do well for a while in just water, but I think eventually they do need to go in the dirt, and what's the point of even putting them in the water if they do better just in dirt anyways, right? So I think I'm gonna need a new pot for this soon. It is pretty small, so it's not gonna get that big when I've got it in such a small pot. Another one that is also doing very well, although they are a little leggy, a little tall. I do have them under a grow light, this grow light right here, but maybe it's because the light is so high up. I don't know. I've got so many grow light situations. I don't know what's right. I'm just playing around. Oh, here's another one. This one is not looking so hot. It is interesting that sometimes the roots are so different. Like, look at this guy. It's just little strands coming out. And then this one has a huge, giant, thick root. This one broke in half, and half of it I just got rid of because what is it gonna? It just fell off. But yeah, beautiful. And then this is just, this thing is great. Look at that root. But I guess when you do put it into soil, you just want to make sure you disturb the root as little as possible. Of course, you don't want to, lose some pieces. You don't want to end up crushing it against the bottom because then it has nowhere to go, right? So yeah, I'm gonna repot those, but nobody wants to see it. I'll do it outside so I don't make a mess everywhere. Wouldn't that be a novel idea? This looks ridiculous. I have a problem apparently. So these are all pineapple plants. All the ones that I have put in dirt are doing amazing. So the ones that I don't have in dirt yet that are growing roots, like this one, it has just a little root at the bottom. That's because it's been sitting against the bottom, which is not ideal, but that's just what I have to put it in. I've got this one. Look at those roots. Oh, it's gorgeous. And this one in water. It also has its roots kind of stunted because it's sitting on the bottom, but it does have roots. So I'm just gonna put it in some dirt and hopefully everything works out. Because all the ones that I've put in dirt, that's these 3, are doing amazing. This one especially is a biggie. This is a big boy. This is the first one that I ever tried out. So it's gotten pretty big. And my other 2, which I'm loving, they have grown little baby heads off of them. So this is the original right here. And then look at this little offshoot right there. So they're growing their own little baby pineapples and I am loving it. Same with this one. Oh my gosh. So this is my original, and then there's little, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. There's a little baby shoot coming off right there from the center. Yeah, so kind of cool how that happens. So they're all doing very well, and again, it's a tropical plant, and I'm not really expecting it to do much in my crappy little apartment in Canada. Actually, if I could grow a pineapple someday in a greenhouse, that would make me incredibly happy. Like, you don't even know. So that's the next thing. So I'm thinking for this one, I might put it in a bigger pot as well, just so, because the bigger pot clearly does make a difference, right? If these weren't all in my house, I would probably just go crazy with the fertilizer, but I don't want my apartment to smell like shit. So there are my avocado plants. It's a little much, but now they are all in dirt. For better or worse, see, these ones are pretty much nothing right now, and we shall see what happens. I didn't repot this guy or this guy like I said I was going to because I was scared. They're doing so well, I don't want to mess with them. Oh, there's another little, I think this is the one that had just like a few roots basically. Oh, and these are mulberry trees in the making, and then I put all my date palms together. We'll see if that helps or if I killed them. I don't know. And there's some other little projects of mine. Is this lighting better? Not really. I'm having a brutal time. Let me turn on those grow lights again. I'm just trying to figure out my lighting here. Clearly, these are my grow lights reflecting in my glasses. Hopeless. Okay, so this is just the view from the other side. Over the summer, I'm making a mess. Over the summer, I had some serious pest issues. I make it sound like it's the end of the world. For some of my plants, it was the end of the world, honestly. And so fungus gnats are just a thing that I deal with all the time. Although recently they haven't been around. Maybe it's because of the changing seasons. I don't know, but they have kind of left me alone, or they're not around as much. I've been kind of doing some pest control with neem oil and dish soap, basically, just so it doesn't smell so bad, because neem oil is gross. It smells gross. I don't know exactly what neem oil even consists of, but it's supposed to be something that's kind of natural that you can use to get rid of some of your household or your plant pests. Let me try that again. So over the summer, I've had some serious pest issues. And I know I'm being super dramatic, but for me, it felt pretty dramatic. I went to visit a friend, and she was getting rid of her garden, so I took a bunch of stuff just from outside, and I immediately put it inside with all my other plants, which was my first mistake. I got so excited. They were so beautiful, but then there must have been a couple different types of bugs and creatures on there that really messed with the rest of my population, because I got some thrips, which are these tiny little black lines essentially, and they're little bastards. I hate them. So that was not good. And I also got some spider mites for the first time. So I've been treating everything with neem oil. And I think it's been somewhat effective, because I still get, it doesn't seem to have much of an effect on the spider mites. So I'll hose everything down, well, not hose it down, but I'll spray with neem oil and dish soap, because the neem oil smells terrible. I think we can all agree on that. If anyone likes the smell of neem oil, I worry about you, because that smells pretty gross. So I put a little dish soap in there with some water, of course, and spray everything down, take it outside, but the little bastards just keep coming back. So that's just something I've been dealing with ongoing all summer long, and it was because I didn't quarantine new houseplants like I should have. It was stupid of me. I was just loving life and doing what I wanted to do, which is all well and good, but my plants suffered for it. So I'm just trying to go through everything, and everything that I thought could have something on it wasn't doing well, put it outside, spray it down, and repeat until hopefully everything's okay. So I'm kind of in the process of doing that. Not super interesting, but I think the neem oil is helping. I think the neem oil is helping, but it's one of those things where it doesn't actually kill the insect. It just stops them from reproducing, ? I'll look into it. And maybe I'll put like a little information about neem oil so people know. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But it is supposed to stop them from reproducing, which, eventually they just won't make babies and then they die off, right? I don't know how long a thrip lives for. It's probably not for very long. That's something else I'll find out. I'll look it up. Same with spider mites. I don't know. They're so tiny. And I love spiders. I don't mind if a spider's hanging out in my plant, just a normal spider, because they're not going to hurt it. And they're also going to eat those terrible, annoying fungus gnats, and that makes me happy. Does that make me kind of a monster? Circle of life, baby, It's okay. And I haven't really been paying proper attention to the plants, unfortunately. So I'll have time to, spend with my plants. Because I'm a super cool girl. An addendum, I found another pineapple plant, which is also doing really well. Look how beautiful it is. And for some reason, all of its little leaves are so long, but they're so narrow. But it's doing great. Let's look at this one for... Yeah, it's very different, right? But I mean, look at how beautiful it is. It's doing great. So yeah, I can't believe I was looking around for all my pineapple plants and I just forgot about this one. That's pretty sad that you don't even know how much of something you have. There's just so much crap everywhere. As you can see, there's my background there. The last thing that I want to address and that I'm going to be working on in the near future is I have a couple succulents that oof, they need some help. So I have this one, which is literally, what did I do wrong here? What did I do? If somebody out there is a succulent professional and wants to give me some tips and advice, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it up and kind of try and propagate some leaves. I have some leaves that have already broken off, and as you can see, there's some leaves that aren't doing well anyways at the bottom there. Like the top of this plant looks amazing, looks gorgeous, and it has grown so tall. I'm thinking maybe it's just a lighting situation. I don't have enough light, so it's been kind of going out towards the light, and it was propped up against one of my other plants that are closer to the window there, my big patio door. But I literally only have so much space for everything, and that's my biggest light area, so I don't know what the problem is. I'm thinking I might just like cut this into multiple pieces and see if I can just stick it back in dirt to propagate it, and we'll see what happens. Kind of like, I know you can do that with the jade. I have a jade plant here too, which also is in need of some serious help. So I'm gonna cut these up now. I'll show you my jade plant. I don't know what to do with this. It's so messed up. Here's my poor jade plant. So one day I came home and it had just fallen over. So it was on its side, and now it won't sit upright in my pot. Like, I don't understand what happened. And now I'm losing all these leaves. So I might try and like, I'm gonna repot it so that it's sitting upright, but then beyond that, I don't know what to do with it. It was doing so well. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I think maybe what I had done is like, this plant is so big for this little pot, and sometimes when I don't water it for a while, which I am guilty of, the dirt just gets so light in comparison to the plant that it just falls over because it's just too much. So I guess I need a bigger, more substantial pot so that doesn't happen again. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'll show you what I've done and my little solution. Oh God, there's nowhere I can put this. I don't want it to fall over and break. Be cool, be cool. Okay, so this was my solution. So this is the one that's already rooted. There's actually roots coming out right here, or aerial roots or something. I don't know if you can see those. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it and keep it watered so that it has a chance to grow. I also have a bunch of leaves that I had to cut off. I'm actually gonna leave those out so that the ends can kind of dry out. You know how they're supposed to like kind of seal up. All right, so I'm gonna leave them out for a couple days, and then I'm gonna put them in some moss just to see if I can get some more propagating from there. And I lost a couple, but yeah, hopefully it's okay. And my jade plant, I just repotted it, and some of the leaves that had fallen off, I just stick them in the dirt, and I'm going to also water that and see what happens. All right, that's all I've got for you. And statistically speaking, nobody's watching this far into the video anyways. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Why do my hands look so giant? I'm not high right now, but look at this. Like, my hands are huge. There. I'm not even high. Hi. Welcome. I'm crying. Why am I tearing up? Welcome to Fun with Plants.